Hey, what's going on everyone? Desmond here, back with another video, and today's video is about my plumbing and the shuttle bus. I know I haven't posted any videos in a while, so hopefully still got some fans out there rooting for me and wanting to see the end result. Um, it is 95% complete. The only thing I have to do now is my shower, and I'll show you that in a second. Not the shower, but the shower drain, gray water tank for that. But today I'm going to show you how I installed my plumbing and all the fittings that I use. It's super simple. I have scoured tons of videos on YouTube and everywhere else, forums, Facebook groups, and they are crazy complicated, or they're just a 5-gallon jug with a battery pump, which is fine. But I wanted a shower and flowing hot water, so that's what this is going to be about. So let's get to it. So I'm going to show you all the fittings that I have. I might have to pull the fridge out, but I'll do my best that I can. So let's start with the tank. The tank is a 15-gallon tank, and I got it for about $80. All the fittings that I use are half-inch fittings, except for a few. So we'll start right here. This is the breather tube. There's a 1/2-inch male to 1/2-inch barb. And then this is 1/2-inch inside diameter tubing. I don't remember the thickness of this, but it's reinforced. And you can get it from Home Depot or Lowe's, wherever. This is a filter, a breather for the breathing tube, so it filters out the air. This is a 1/2-inch male to 1/2-inch female, and then this fitting, it all came with the breather, this whole piece right here. 1/2-inch barb fitting to 1/2-inch female, and this whole setup is all together. I'll link the breather in the description. So that's 1/2-inch female to barb, and then 1/2-inch male to barb. Right here is the intake, and this bushing is 1.5 inches, and it goes down to 1/2 inch, and then it's 1/2-inch male to 3/4 inch garden hose fitting. So this is where I connect the water to put in the tank, to fill the tank. Down here, it is another 1/2-inch male to 1/2-inch barb coming out of the tank, and then 1/2-inch barbed T. The T for me is going to go to another 1/2-inch male to barb, and then a 1/2-inch ball valve, and then another 1/2-inch garden hose fitting. And this is to drain a tank if I need to drain it, and drain or clean, and the water coming in, and then that's where the water's going to go out. But from that T right there, it's another 1/2-inch barb to 1/2-inch male, 1/2-inch ball valve, 1/2-inch male, 1/2-inch barb, goes out. And back here, this is where I might move my fridge for you. That fitting, actually, you know what? I'm going to move my fridge. So right here is this fitting right here it came with the pump. This is the pump, and then the accumulator. This fitting came with it. I left it on there just for like quick disconnect, because it has these little wings on the side. But if you don't want to use that, it's still 1/2-inch female to 1/2-inch barb, and that's going to go in through the strainer, and then through the system. It's going to come out another 1/2-inch female to 1/2-inch barb. And don't worry about the hanging threads there for my curtains. So that is another T right there, another barbed T. And one is going to go straight through down there, and it goes up. the one going up connects directly to the cold water right there. So that fitting, I think it's 3/8 compression to 1/2 inch female, and then another 1/2 inch male to 1/2 inch barb fitting. And it's going to be the same for hot and cold. So the blue is cold, the red is hot. But to even get to the hot, so we come back down here, it goes straight through, come on this side, it's a little better view. The T goes up and forward to the bus. So from that T, the hose just kind of goes up and over behind some stuff. But right here is another 1/2 inch female to 1/2 inch barb. It goes in, then it comes out right here, another 1/2 inch female to 1/2 inch barb, and then kind of goes back around right there. So 1/2 inch barb to 1/2 inch male to 1/2 inch female to 3/8 compression. And that's a male fitting, the 3/8 compression. And it just goes straight up right there. So right here, so once I have the water running, it'll have hot and cold water. So for the shower, I actually got this adapter. It's for like washing pets or hair washing, sink stations, whatever. But it had a short little cable, so I ended up getting a extra long shower hose, and I routed it up. It goes up right here, and these are curtain rods, stickable curtain rod holders. And I have 1, 2, and 3. And as you can see, the cable just kind of goes over and up. I might put one more curtain rod up here, just so it's not hanging. And not the curtain, but the shower head. This is the shower head that came with it. Nothing spectacular, but it has an off and on switch. So, and that'll hang right here eventually. Right there. With another one of those stick-on curtain rods. I'll show you the shower in a second. I think that's it. So I'll just show you this. Oh, actually the drain for the sink. Oh, it is a hot mess in here. So I moved everything to do the video. Try and get that out the way. So sorry, camera work's terrible today. So the drain, I got this, I don't remember where I got this from. Pretty sure it's Amazon, but it has like a built-in P-trap. It does have a hose that came with it. This is not the hose. This hose is 5/8 inside diameter, and it's reinforced. You don't really need reinforced, but I just did it anyway because it's about the same price. So just in case. I'm gonna run this behind all of that and down to my aquatainer container, and it's just gonna go right into there. And this hose fits perfectly. I don't know if I can get it with one hand, but I'll try. Right, so I did need to use two hands to get that in there, but it fits. It's super snug in there. I might push it in just a little bit more, but yeah, that's it. So it's just gonna drain into there, and I don't need that much hose, obviously. And it's just gonna sit back there. I'm probably just gonna have some type of bungee cord, just kind of keeping that in there, and just keeping it from moving too much. I'll show you my sink set up. Get my light out the way. So this side piece is the matching piece from IKEA that goes with the sink setup. It's just there just for some sort of storage. This drawer does not like hold in place, so you're gonna need some type of something to hold it in. If you do that, I do have some child-proof locks that are straps like that. So, and they come apart, but I'm just gonna put it on the side and on the front. And that's just going to be some counter space for something. This piece right here is just, I got it from IKEA too, from the clearance aisle. Check the clearance aisle at IKEA. This is just going to be something to cut on, so it's just not all that cold metal just sitting right there. So I don't scratch it up either. This right here, well, that's my heater. Actually doing a great little job, a butane heater. But what the water heater is sitting on is the same shelf, but upside down. And I had it upside down because that is the perfect height for my oven that I have inside. This isn't going to sit there. It's just in here for right now because I'm cold and it's raining. But yeah, I just flipped it upside down and flip these the correct way, like so they're flat and not have that lip sticking up. And I didn't put one of the legs on, so my oven will go right there. And the drawer, I actually just folded. You're supposed to fold these things up to make it into a drawer, but I just folded it one half down, one section, and that's going to be the backsplash to my oven. So I might put that in this weekend. But yeah, that's the whole setup right there. And I think that's really good. The fridge, I'll actually throw this fridge back in there. This is just a Uhomie fridge. It's pretty low powered. I've used it for camping and it runs off my Blue Yeti and it does not drain a lot. It'll last a good 2 days, if not longer. Just running. And then I showed you the water heater, but I actually show you the specs of the water heater. So the Blue Yeti will run the water heater as well. It takes about 15 minutes for 4 gallons of water to heat up. And yeah, so it'll hold 4 gallons of water. I'm not sure if it's all hot water in there, it's 4 gallons. But it takes about 15 minutes and uses about 25%. 25 to 30% the battery for the Blue Yeti. So yeah, that's the setup right now. I'm gonna throw this fridge back in there so you can see it complete. These baskets that I bought, these are from IKEA. They fit right there under there, and I put one on the floor right there. What else can I show you real quick without making this video too long? These shelves right here, these are from Temu. These actually fit perfectly. They fit right here on the side. This isn't short enough, or doesn't go down far enough, that little stopper. But this bar comes off and it'll fit right in there. So that'll be pretty much permanent. I have 2 of them right there. One right there. This aluminum kind of cage here, I got this dumpster diving. They were sitting next to a dumpster near some industrial park, and there were 4 of them, so I grabbed all 4, but only ended up needing 2. One for back here, and that's where my water tank is. It fits pretty much perfectly in there. That's absolutely perfect. There's one back there, and it just kind of sits flush with this thing, this kind of drawer dresser thing that I got from Facebook Marketplace for free. So if you're even thinking about building a bus, you can start stocking up on stuff right now from Facebook Marketplace. Oh, I know my camera flipped. Yeah, so if you're thinking about getting a bus or building a bus, like a no-build bus, like I did, definitely go through Facebook Marketplace. What is the other one? OfferUp also, and then of course Craigslist too. I got tons of stuff for free or dirt cheap. I'll show you the shower though. All right. Oh well, can't see the shower. All right. So the shower is all installed. I put it together. It is a Durastall. That's the brand. I got it from, I think it's Ace Hardware for 220 bucks. So it's like a temporary stall or a temporary shower, and it's actually very sturdy. I have to put the shower door on there, a shower curtain. I have it bolted down to the floor. I drilled the hole in the floor and everything, so it'll drain out and it clean all this stuff up. But the gray water tank for this is going to be another 7-gallon container, and I actually figured out how to use those containers for a drain, so I'll post that in another video. This jump seat right here, I got that off of Facebook Marketplace, brand spanking new, 20 bucks. But I'm not sure where I'm going to put that, so it just might go in storage right now. The toilet is all in one. It flushes, it holds water up top, and then the waste container down there. I got that for 40 bucks. It was like used, but not like grossly used. It was like just used from a camping trip once or twice. So I was told. And yeah, toilet's there. So that's gonna do it for this video. I'll do a quick pan. This bus is tore up. Holy crap. I'm gonna put everything back together and I'll show you the fridge where it's supposed to go. Alright, so they got the fridge back in its place. Fits right there. I'll leave a link in the description for this sink. It'll give you all the dimensions for the refrigerator. And that's what it looks like with the containers where it's supposed to go. Fridge is pretty decent size. Hold on one second here. Use some light, sorry. There's no real storage for the freezer. I do have a Yuhomi chest freezer that I'm going to use for that, for freezing things. And just a decent sized fridge. Some storage containers. I don't know if there was supposed to be a drawer down here or not, but I got more of these to actually have a little bit more storage down there. So to keep the fridge in place, actually, before I even go, just have these L brackets, one right there, and then one right there. And then the back side doesn't need one because it's braced against the legs of the sink. Nope. There we go. So that closes snugly, and to prevent anything opening, got that right there. And that's just another child latch. And this is what I might actually put on the drawer if it fits. So that's not going anywhere. It's not going to tip over. It might tip over, I don't know. But with the water pump behind it, it fits really well. So far, so far the bus is coming along really good. Like I said, as you saw, it is a hot mess in here. I've been moving everything around, and once I get everything cleaned up and in its place and moved and placed in storage, I give a whole tour because it looks pretty good in here. I'm proud of myself. Give myself a pat on the back. So Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. That was already too long. More than I wanted to show. Kind of rambling a little bit. But yeah, subscribe to the channel. Leave questions, comments, concerns. If you need help building your water, I am definitely no expert, but I got mine to work. Actually, before I go, one last thing real quick. To power the water pump. So I have this right here. The water pump is 12 volts. And instead of trying to build a switch and all that stuff, this will just plug into the Bluetti and run the water pump. It has on and off switches up here. So this will go to the Bluetti, and this will go, or the water pump will come up here and plug into one of these. So, not sure where I'm going to put that just yet, but I know that's how I'm going to run the power for that. Alright, so that's officially going to do it. I'm going to get out of here, clean up, because you can probably hear the rain. It's cold and all that other stuff. So I got a lot to do. So subscribe. Like I said, come back, watch the videos. Alright, I'm out.